Carneiro Island is about a kilometer away from Coulon Island, where we do our shopping. Behind Coulon Island, one can see the Talamanca mountain range that are approximately 40 kilometers wide at certain places. We can only see Bastamentos Island if we take a boat ride around Carneiro Island. Out of view, behind Bastamentos Island, are the Zapatile Islands that are uninhabited. Akihoy restaurant is on Solarte Island, and the Pirate Ship restaurant is on the way back to Carneiro Island. Luckily, we have lots of time to explore all the islands and the exotic beaches. We can either visit all these places by water taxi or be independent and buy our own boat. We watched the Facebook page Bocas Buy and Sell, and there we found our ugly duckling, a classic Boston whaler sport, 1984, 13 feet long with a 25 horsepower Suzuki outboard engine that needed love and attention. As you can see, it is a renovator's dream. The first thing we did was to clean up the hull. Plant and animal life grows on all submerged structures, and we saw it in abundance on the hull of our boat. The growth has an immediate effect on the boat's performance and its fuel efficiency. We washed, scraped and sanded the bottom to get rid of all the growth, and then we gave the hull 3 coats of anti-fouling paint. While this was done, Marius prepared a mould to make a steering console for the boat. The wood on the boat could not be saved, and we had to remove every piece of timber. We removed the engine and the steering gear and secured it with a lock next to the boathouse. And everything was covered with a tarpaulin to protect it from the elements and prying eyes. Unfortunately, the wind moved the tarpaulin, and the beautiful stainless steel propeller was visible to all the passing boats. Someone saw the propeller and stole it during the night. We had to order a new propeller from Suzuki in Panama City. They in turn had to get the propeller kit from David and then send everything with Panama Air to Bocas Town. We needed help with all the work, and Victor from South Africa got the job to strip and prepare the boat for spray painting. Salty and Milu found it very interesting, and they remained at the boathouse for as long as possible. We purchased the wood for the benches from the local store. The wood had to be sanded and covered with epoxy to make it water resistant. When the epoxy was dry, we sanded it and prepared it for varnishing. After the second coat of varnish, the result was stunning. Nick, the previous owner of the whaler, intended to renovate it. So with the boat, we also got a new canopy and steering cables. Thank you, Nick, because to be able to ride in the shade is a huge plus. Carol purchased a Sailrite sewing machine. This industrial machine is perfectly suited to all kinds of heavy-duty sewing, including canvas work, sail making, upholstery, drapery, light leather work, and RV and automobile upholstery. The cushions she made fitted nicely on the wooden benches and makes the boat ride a pleasure. Our ugly duckling turned into a beautiful swan, and we love to go on an outing. Cipriano was one of the first passengers, and we dropped him off at Bocas Town. See how easy it is for him to get onto the dock. Now Carol will demonstrate that you must be quite fit and nimble to get in and out of a boat. Okay, that was quite easy. The next challenge is to get the boat in place to be able to lift it out of the water. The reason for lifting it out of the water is to minimize the growth on the bottom. I steer the boat over the two straps that are used for lifting it out of the water. It is quite tricky because the straps are made for a bigger boat. To compensate for the size, we tied a rope underneath the straps. The water is constantly shifting the boat, and I must keep it in place. Carol is on the dock with the controls, and as soon as the boat is in place, she can lift it. But the boat is still in the water that is constantly moving, so I must get in position to hold the front straps in place, and if we are lucky, the back strap will not move. It worked, and the whaler is safely out of the water. To get Aventura ready for chartering required many hours of planning and work. One of the things that was needed was for Carol to make sails for shade and protection in the cockpit. Here Marius and Mireille are busy fitting the sail, while Salty and Milou made sure they are safe. To end this video, here are a few more pictures of our beautiful swan. We really need some help to name our beautiful swan. Please send us suggestions of what we should name our boat. In the next video, we will show you some of the beautiful places we visited. If you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to get notified when the next video is published.